Hey everyone, welcome. Another night, another footy stream. I promise there will be some movie streams this week. Tomorrow, I'll be watching Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Cop 3. Damn it. I wish I was watching Beverly Hills Cop, but no, I'm watching the third one tomorrow. The one which is the crappy one from the original movies. From memories, who knows, I might surprisingly enjoy it. But from memory, it's the shit one. So back here tonight for more big World Cup knockout football. The USA, probably their toughest match so far against Belgium. Those are bright shirts the officials have got on. They almost look creamy. Peachy, I should say. They look peachy. The review of Backrooms went up earlier, me and Madison. Hope you guys enjoy that when you check it out. We recorded a discussion about YouTubers becoming filmmakers and the whole current trend. So we did a little bit of a deep dive into that. That will be going up for patrons and channel members soon. It'll eventually go public YouTube, I would think. But at first, at least, it will be for channel members and page. Hey, Cindy, you alright? Welcome. What a shame, Cindy. Ronaldo's out of the World Cup. In what may be his last World Cup as well. My heart bleeds. I was laughing my ass off. I was laughing my ass off to the bit where he got fouled and didn't get it. Yeah, I just caught up on the game. It wasn't the best game overall, but Spain, out of the two, definitely did more to win it. And the substitute paid off, so right team won. And Spain are still one of the favourites. They still haven't conceded a goal this tournament, which is impressive when they've played 5 games. I think that's why England can't get overly excited. Obviously, things are promising for them, but they still potentially have to come up against that sort of side. And obviously France and maybe possibly Argentina. But one game at a time. Ooh, good save. Norway first on Saturday. Yeah, I haven't seen all of Argentina's games. They were disappointing last time, but it was a bit weird last time. I don't know why they were being so negative. Because when they went a goal up, you would have thought they just would have went for the second goal to try to put the game to bed. But for some reason, they were a bit off it. And obviously, Cape Verde were brilliant. Like with Messi, they've always got a chance. They've got some other good players. When they get in their groove, I think they're very good at keeping the ball, and they're quite a physical team, so they can be a problem for teams to play against. But yeah, hit and miss maybe so far, Argentina. Then again, it's about getting better as the tournament goes on. A lot of times, Argentina at the last World Cup, the one they won, they lost the first game and then grew into it. And obviously, England have looked a bit hit and miss in their earlier games. That is a rotting kit Belgium have got on. Looks like someone has vomited on it. Winner of this plays Spain. I think that'll be the limit, maybe. If USA win this, I think probably Spain will have too much for them, especially in a quarter final. But we'll see. Same with Belgium. If Belgium go through, I would make Spain pretty strong favourites there. Don't forget Beverly Hills Cop free tomorrow, Cindy, if you can find it anywhere. I think you said two was on Hulu or something, didn't you, last week? So maybe three will be on there as well. Nana. I love that name. Plays for Vera as well, my team. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Doesn't play very often for Villa because he barely gets a game, but last season anyway. Decent player though. I got good power. He bulldozed it way through there. I do fancy Belgium tonight, even though they've been a bit hit and miss. I just think there's a lot of expectations on the US. Oh no. And I think there's probably weaknesses Belgium can exploit. That's the goal they deserve because of their start. Sloppy defending from USA. Like a comedy of errors. I guess it's a shame if none of the host nations get to at least a quarterfinal, which they won't if USA lose tonight. Obviously, Mexico would have hoped to have gone further, but it was always going to be tough against England. If England could get hold of the occasion. And Canada, although they did quite well, were always like probably one of the minnows of the tournament. But USA, because of the way they've played so far in the tournament, I think would be hoping to at least get to a quarter final. Yeah, it was quite late in the game as well. I think it was about 20 minutes left, wasn't it? It's a bit of a strange because he's one of the top players, and at that point, you didn't really have much to lose. You're playing against 10 men, and you've got to try and get a goal. It's probably partly tactical. It's probably that thing of bringing on fresh legs up front and not trying to unbalance the side. Maybe giving him a bit of a rest, but you know, yeah. At that point, I think you might as well have kept him on and gone for it. Trossard's another good player. I didn't realise he played for Belgium. Actually, I assumed he would play for France, or then he's French, but no, he's Belgium. Well, yeah, a lot of managers at the end of the tournament step down or are sacked. Obviously, the Scotland manager has gone. Carlos Queiroz, who managed Iran, he's gone. Germany have got a new manager. Jurgen Klopp is their new manager. He who won the league in England with Liverpool and also Champions League, and also had a successful was very good in Germany with Borussia Dortmund. I think it's so. Germany obviously need a bit of a rebuild and change in fortunes, and he could be a good manager for them. Lots of charisma and will have them playing in a certain way as well. It will at least be eye catching. Well, it's probably because they expected. It's probably that this manager has been under pressure, like the last German manager. So they probably knew then obviously they've had a disappointing tournament, and to go out to Paraguay is disappointing for them. So they probably were starting to have things in place and think about who the next manager might be if they decided to make the change. But Klopp's one of those people who just won a lot of hearts when he managed in England. So I think a lot of people will be wishing him well there. Switzerland, Colombia could be interesting tomorrow. Don't think there's much in that. You would think Argentina would get through against Egypt, but you never know. Obviously, Mo Salah plays for Egypt. And it's probably that thing like what happened the other night with Argentina. Sometimes when you're playing against underdogs, the underdogs obviously lift their game because they've got nothing to lose. And if they're well organised and all the pressure's on Argentina, sometimes that can be a bit hard to play against. And I'm looking forward to France Morocco. That's on Thursday. That should be a very good game. Yeah, I think so. Colombia sort of have like surprise packages written on them. Written on them. That's a weird word. Written all over them. And it's definitely a winnable game. Their next game. So quarterfinals then if they win that. So And for them, that's a good tournament anyway, I think. But you're only one game away from the semi then. Yeah, Norway. Sorry, not Norway. USA look very nervy at the back. There we go. Bit of pro wrestling there. Well, they didn't give us a replay of that, so I didn't see, but definitely looked like a bit of pro wrestling. Living on a prayer. Taken from the porn album Slippery When Wet. I'm trying to think of his gladiator line. He has a line in that, doesn't he, about well, it might not be him, I can't remember who says it, but it's from Gladiator. The one about on my order what does he say? On my order release or on my order attack or something like that. On my order attack, something like that. Unleash hell, that's it. That's it. He should be saying that to them. And when the fans are unhappy and he's in a press conference, he should scream, "Are you not entertained?" There was an England manager like about 10 years ago. Well, a bit more than 10 years ago. Fabian Capello. He looked like a mix between I don't know if you've heard of Postman and Pat, it was like a UK cartoon. But he looked like a mix of Postman Pat and Lou Reed. It was really funny. Okay, Cindy, so who was the celebrity? Well, it's not mean, it's a fact. He did look like a cross between them. Looking up Postman Pat. Yeah, I thought you wouldn't get the reference. Chris Rock and Woody Harrelson were at the Brazil game yesterday. For some reason, Chris Rock was supporting Brazil. He had a jersey on, as you Americans call them. Yeah. I barely recognised him, and I barely recognised Harrison because he was like under a hat and looked really different. Interesting that Belgium aren't starting Lukaku. Oh well, there you go. Game on. Got a deflection, I think, but struck it well enough. Could be the slice of luck USA need. Ah, dear. End to end. That's the response you want if you're Belgium. Yeah, it's a great cross. Defender should have done better, but great cross. Yeah, they do, Cindy. Very good. Terrar or something his name is. Hey, Terrar, Terrar. Whatever will be, will be. We're gonna play Spain in the quarters. Depends on the refs, Indy, and if they see it properly. But yeah, like if you go in and clearly slide into their leg or something, I mean, sometimes that's a straight red, depending on how bad it is, like last night. But yeah, if you just go in and kind of take out their leg and you don't make any contact on the ball, it's probably going to be a yellow. I mean, the England manager Tuchel was having a go at the ref apparently after the game, which is a bit silly when I think when England had a really good win like that. And I thought the ref did well. Probably the penalty was a bit harsh, but I think he got more right than he got wrong. Not an easy game to referee. And they got a promising young striker by the looks of it, Belgium. Most of them would have a few games at least, I would think. Some get more than others depending on maybe how highly rated they are, but yeah, I think pretty much all of them would at least get 2 or 3 games. De Bruyne on the bench. That's surprising. Unless he's part of he might be part of the coaching setup because I'm not sure if he's retired. He might have done. Surely he would be playing if he hadn't. Oh yeah, he's retired from international football. He must be on like the coaching staff or something. Definitely could be more than 2 for Belgium. Depends, Cindy. You know, it's not unheard of players playing into their 40s. And I mean, to be playing as good as he is and still being such a good player and world class in his late 30s, because typically players slow down at that age if they are still playing. So you never know. I mean, if he can keep himself in good enough shape and if he wants to play on a little while, it's probably his last World Cup. But you never know. Nowadays, you know, the standard of like sports science and the nutrition that players have is a lot more advanced than it was years ago. So, you know, a player like that, if he's hungry and wants to play on, possibly can. For the South American teams, you obviously have the Copa America, which is their big sort of tournament. I think that happens every 4 years, maybe two. So depending on when the next one of those is, he'll probably be involved in that. Bit similar to last night, isn't it? Where you got the two quick goals, the two goals in like 2 minutes. Obviously, England looked to be cruising in that first half. But then Mexico came back, got it back to 2-1, and were knocking on the door before half time. Really, USA are lucky to have it as close as 2-1. But things starting to look more promising for them. But Belgium are sort of in the England position last night, where if they let this slip and give USA too much of chance to come on to them, and USA end up getting back into the game, Belgium will be kicking themselves. I reckon we'll see that big boy Lukaku in the second half. He's a bit of a beast as well. Scoreline definitely makes it look like it's been closer than it actually has. Oh, maybe Cindy. I think they've come across quite loud. It obviously depends on the game and sometimes the stadium. Definitely when USA have played a lot of times, at least, it seems that there's been a lot of passion and noise. But yeah, you probably have that a bit. My certain games, it's not going to be as loud. I think when they played in Los Angeles, was that in their first game? It was either first or second. I think it was their first. Some people said it wasn't that noisy that night, or it could have been more noisy. And then I think in the second game, it was definitely louder. Which makes sense because they were coming off such a big opening win. Danny Murphy and Steve Bauer. Mm. Yeah, I wonder what that is. I don't know if it's just because Californian people are so laid back, Cindy. Maybe they're chilling out, smoking their weed. So Spain have got a Muppet playing for them. They've got a player called Danny Elmo. He gets everywhere. Baina. You seen Supergirl yet, Cindy? I saw it today. Quite enjoyed it. Pretty solid overall. I didn't think it was too dark neither. Some people have had that complaint. I didn't think it went too far with that stuff. It still had a decent sense of humour to it. New Evil Dead this week, isn't it? That's come around fast. Yeah, I listened to it. I think I'm a bit more positive than they are. I think David was a bit harsh on the actress playing the young girl in it, who's basically the co-lead. I thought she was better than he was saying. I think I appreciated how it was very different to the Superman movie, but it still felt like it was in the same universe. So it complemented that quite well. Yeah, like the actress is only 13, 14, whatever she is. And I think for someone of that age, I thought she was fine. I mean, maybe she was, like Pete said in the review, technically the weakest actor in the movie, but I don't think it stood out that much than she was like particularly bad or anything. I certainly didn't find her character annoying, which you do sometimes with younger characters in movies like that. Jason Momoa's character was quite good fun. I actually forgot it was him playing it until I realised at one point. Yeah. It's funny how Spain play their next game on Friday, yet England, who played last night, don't play till Saturday. It's only a day, but same with Norway because they played the same day as England. Could be. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I never heard about her getting stick, but doesn't surprise me. She was fine. Okay, might just get something to eat before the second half. It's Belgium's dodgy kit, Cindy. They're making the USA dizzy with it. To quote the wrestler Hacksaw Jim Duggan, USA all the way, tough guy. Ho! I shouldn't scream that much this late at night. Oh, Doku's another good player. Bit of a loss for the Belgians. I don't know why, but you never really see players go into like hoardings anymore, like he just did. Maybe nowadays they're not as close to the pitch, but I miss it, Cindy. It always looks good. There was a famous celebration years ago in England by a Newcastle player. When he scored the goal, he started kicking the boards near the pitch. And it was hard to tell if he was pissed off or happy. But that was his celebration anyway. Very memorable. Pod, I don't know. I don't know why it is, Cindy. I can only assume it's because the boards aren't as close to the pitch like they used to be. At least in England. Maybe it's just something I've not noticed. Mm, good ball, but a bad touch. They're playing better, Cindy. I don't know if they've created that much so far, but they're definitely more on the front foot. I think it's that old thing of 2-0. Well, it wasn't 2-0, of course, it was 1-1 at one point. So scrub that. I was going to say it's that old thing of 2-0 being a funny scoreline. But certainly it felt like Belgium were in control for a lot of that first half. Oh, Cooper. Terrible. That's the last thing you want. And if that's the mistake that puts USA out. Terrible. Yeah, it's a horror show. Because at first I thought it was partly because the player put his foot in a little bit, but no, I think the keeper just miskicked it. Still should have cleared it. And probably needless him charging out like that. Yeah, he can't be fully fit. Pugh's is sick. Because otherwise he wouldn't be taking him off, I don't think. Wouldn't be surprised if there's more goals. Because both teams are quite wide open at the back. Very nice. Well, it's good to support your local library. Is it on there for free or did you have to rent it? Free, I'm guessing. That's good. Well, I certainly wouldn't pay for it, Cindy, from memory. It is the turkey of those original films. I noticed today because I was looking at the cast list for it. There's lots of like random cameos from film directors. Joe Dante has a cameo in it. Not Richard Lucas. Where did it? George Lucas has a cameo in it. It might be because John Landis is the director. So he got a bunch of his buddies to have cameos. Yeah, well, Landis really into his horror stuff, obviously, and so I could imagine him and Dante being in the same circles. I do approve of the female lead, I'll say that. Teresa Randall is pretty fine. Possibly. Belgium have a fair bit of depth. And those two are coming on. Doku and Lukaku off the bench, not bad. There's that celebrity again, Cindy. The guy in the hat. I assuming he's a celebrity. Second time they've gone to him. Yeah, I mean, unless Belgium make a mistake and let USA back in it, I think it's pretty much over. It's a big ask, even if USA got one back, it's still a big ask to get it all the way back to 3-3 at this point.
right, they're going to come out the trap to really try and smother Belgium. They'll be all over them, run them into the ground, and force themselves. It just hasn't been that at all. They've not got going. Laying down the ball. Belgium steadily building. Things are getting better. They'll manage to behind. Let's have a go. But they managed to do so. Showing resilience.
Not sure yet, Cindy.
There's quite a scratch between two of them.
Might do. It's 10 o'clock UK time. I might do. Oh, good strike. Good technique. I might stream the second half. I don't know yet. Probably some of it. Stallone's 80 today. Hard to believe, but there you go. Oh, we've got to check this out. There's a movie called Satan's Cheerleaders from the late 70s. Got to check that out at some point just for the title. God, people go over the top sometimes. Video with the headline England's greatest ever game with question mark. We once won the World Cup. I'm pretty sure that was our greatest ever game. Yeah, it's just because of. No, I should have scored that. Keeper did well, but it was too close to him. Yeah, it's just because a review of it came up on YouTube as I was scrolling.
Getting balls in behind, crosses in the box, and getting the crowd off their seat.
Very easy for Belgium. They'll fancy something on the counter attack too.
ever together in the tackle. They've barely missed one, the midfield three. Every time USA have got the wrong side of them, they're recovering it, winning the ball back or forcing an error.
Pretty sure this is still the furthest USA have ever got in a World Cup, which is something. But it's disappointing when you go out like this. At least if you give it a good go and you lose to the better team, you can't complain too much. But you've been very poor. And that third goal was a killer, and to give a goal away like that, the deciding goal, that just makes it worse. I don't know, I don't really follow the US women team. Maybe. I know they have a pretty strong team. They tend to be. Yeah, I think you're right, because I'm pretty sure I've watched a World Cup where they've made at least the semi finals. But that happens sometimes. Sometimes in the women's game, you'll have like a country who aren't really that good in the men's game, who are like one of the top countries. And vice versa. All right, okay. I didn't realise they were that successful. I think I knew they were one of the top nations in the women's game. Of course, what was that player? Well, Alex Morgan was a really good player for you. I want to say Hope Powell. Oh, maybe she was a coach. I want to say it was Hope someone. But Alex Morgan, I know, was very good. The icing on the cake. I wanted Lukaku to score as well, because he's another one coming towards the end of his career. Oh, yeah, no, I know a few. Megan Rapinoe, she was one of your top players.
Sloppy error that has cost the USA
Sloppy.
in this game. I mean, that's not great. The clearance, and then Ricks is trying to play the pass there. It's just not on.
Vintage Lukaku, that goal.
Quite enough. He's desperate to get a shot off here. I mean, it's a super finish.
Keeper should have done better, probably.
Just inside the post.
Went through his hands.
All of the goals you could really look back on and go, that's actually really quite poor defending.
Terrible defending.
USA. It is such a disappointing way to go out of this tournament for the host nation.
I don't know why a USA fan picked that moment to show off the back of his shirt with 250 years on. I don't think that's much of a consolation at that point.
Belgium are through. The third of the co-hosts have fallen in dramatic fashion. The Belgian Blitz has done for the Americans. A brace by Charles Ketelara. A big mistake.
Well, hopefully Pochettino doesn't get sacked, because he's definitely done a good job, and there's more work he can do with them, I think.
Surrounding the inclusion, the suspension of following Balogun's red card.
But yeah, very poor. Very disappointing.
But for now, it's Belgium who celebrate getting through to the quarterfinals once again. A statement win from them. Full time in Seattle.
Belgium could be a dark horse, potentially.
So let's have a look at the goals that won it. And it was a fast start that was rewarded by Belgium. Yeah, they started brilliantly, applying pressure. But there's a feeling of USA's day wasn't going to go well. And this goal here, while you can compliment the fact that Belgium are on the move and hungry for it, the ball just isn't dealt with. Too many dark blue shirts looking at each other, waiting for someone else to take responsibility. And this was the only bright spot from that USA performance. Out to very little, they got that equaliser.
It's a young side, yeah.
Free kick from the edge of the box and a big deflection there. 2 minutes later, though, and Belgium were back in the lead. And that's just super skill. I mean,
But that's promising, at least, because they do look,
he's in his position. He
at least a good few of them look like they're going to have get even better, like. But yeah, maybe you need to mix it up with a bit more experience.
The next two goals are just shocking. That one there, the big error. The goalkeeper's got to just clear the ball and deal with it. And then Reed, he's the backup.
Shocking.
Gets his feet all wrong. And at that point, really, the game is over. And then more sloppy defending. And you do not want to give this man a chance, a sniff at goal, because this is what happens. And he's hungry for the goals, isn't he? Just senses when he comes on, he's got a belief level that he's going to score. Well, he will score plenty of goals if he gets gifted opportunities like that. And so it is Spain versus Belgium, I should say, on Friday night in Los Angeles. Well, it's Belgium who played Spain in the quarter-final, and BBC's star-studded lineup will bring you the game. Box office opens at 7:30 in LA. A very different prospect for Belgium, Matt, against Spain.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very different, but encouraging signs
from Belgium, the way they went about this game, and in particular the midfield three, I thought had a really strong game, and they're going to need to be good against what is a brilliant Spanish midfield.
Well, it was a fairly serene path for Belgium. Let's see how Spain got there in their match against Portugal earlier on.
His time is right. He's got a shot in. What's the save?
Alina.
The second one for Baina. Tries to curl in that far corner, just gets his fingers into it. That's not short to our mind.
Okay. Bad luck, Cindy. Thanks for hanging around. I'll see you again tomorrow, probably. Take care.